Casey. This is for you.
Etep right here with you folks today. We are on bloodydisgusting.com. American Psycho author Bret Easton Ellis directing monster movie Relapse, starring Joseph Quinn. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Joseph Quinn, he is starring in the upcoming movie A Quiet Place Day One, which is, of course, the prequel to the Quiet Place franchise that started back in 2019. Written and directed by John Krasinski. The original was. I'm not sure about the sequel. I had my issues with the sequel. That notwithstanding, folks, American Psycho author Bret Easton Ellis is bringing a monster movie with Joseph Quinn to the big screen, and there is no release date for this as of yet. Ellis is writing and directing, as it were, and Joseph Quinn, I became more familiar with his work after watching Stranger Things as Eddie Munson, who the character really grew on you, and you just kind of felt for him as you went on his journey through season 4 up until his, spoiler alert, very heart-wrenching and sad demise. One of those characters you wish you would have gotten more time with because he was so well acted and portrayed by Joseph Quinn. So this gives me a glimmer of hope, A Quiet Place Day One, if I see it, which I'm leaning towards because I've seen the other two. I have his performance to look forward to. Now, in a movie that's probably going to be 2 hours, in that, 85 to 2 hours, a shade over 2 hour mark, you have to look for little things if you're going in with any kind of trepidation about a movie being bad. You want to look for something that's going to lighten that load for you, as it were, the heavy lifting of getting through a movie you might not enjoy, which is why some people might pass on this one. Like I said, I don't know if I'll go to the theater to see it or not. I'm kind of planning on it, but not entirely. We'll have to see. If it comes to my theater, I'll go see it, definitely, because it's 2 minutes from my house, and I'm sure I can carve out a night to go watch it, even if the wife doesn't want to go watch it with me or the kid, which I doubt they will. I'll go check this one out, and we'll do a review of it for you, a live reaction. But let's get into this article, short article from bloodydisgusting.com. Stranger Things star Joseph Quinn has been on a hot streak ever since he wormed his way into our hearts as the beloved character Eddie Munson. And up next, you'll see him in a spin-off movie, A Quiet Place Day One. Quinn has also been set to star in a new horror movie titled Relapse. Variety reports that American Psycho author Bret Easton Ellis will be making his directorial debut with Relapse, described as an elevated horror film that Easton Ellis wrote. Elevated horror, we know that can border on the pretentious. So, as I said, this one we'll have to see how the reviews are early. But with Quinn, I do have some modicum of anticipation that his performance as the main character will probably elevate this a little bit, no pun intended. Joseph Quinn will star in the upcoming film as Matt Cullen, who checks into rehab after witnessing a horrific death during a drugged-up party. 3 months later, he is set to get his life back together, staying at his parents' mansion in the hills of Los Angeles. But things have changed around Matt, and everything seems off balance. The official synopsis continues. Fueled by his unstable personality and the invading power of social media, Matt's paranoia grows, messing up his rehabilitation program. As he starts using again, a mysterious presence starts growing around Matt, and a monster that has been haunting him since he was a teenager reveals itself. His therapist tries to help, convinced that the monster is actually in Matt's head.
What the hell is even that?
Boy, as long as it doesn't turn out the way Malignant did, the monster's actually in Matt's head. Yeah, please tell me it's not a conjoined twin or some, repressed. Just please don't. Please don't. Please don't. I grew up watching the iconic horror movies of the 1970s, said Ellis. I've written Lunar Park, a horror novel that, as an homage to Stephen King, it seems appropriate my first feature would be a horror film. There is a simplicity to Relapse that seems like the perfect form for my directing debut. Something direct and impactful. Relapse is said to be a monster movie with creature designed by DDT Studios.
Here comes a DDT!
Here is the original interview over here on Variety. Has had some novels translated and published all over the world, has been flirting with the movie world for decades, as many of his books, from American Psycho to Rules of Attraction, have been adapted for the screen. His latest book, The Shards, has been optioned by HBO for a miniseries. Ellis has also written 4 films, including 2013's The Canyons and 2020's Smiley Face Killers. But what do you guys think? Are you interested in the premise of this movie? Do you enjoy the work of Joseph Quinn? Are you gonna see Quiet Place day one? Are you gonna go watch that? You know, I did you watch Stranger Things? And if you did, what did you think of Joseph Quinn's performance as Eddie Munson? Like I said, in a season that was very weird in some respects with the storytelling devices, the California angle, Joseph Quinn really grounded it and brought it back to Hawkins. So that being said, his acting skills are not in question. His ability to work with material, not in question. That gives me some anticipation leading into this movie Relapse, which I probably will watch given the opportunity. I hope it's on Shudder or something like that, another streaming service where I can catch it if it doesn't get a theatrical release in my market, which, given the size of the market I live in and the propensity to steer away from movies like this, I don't see this one coming out near me. So it'll probably be something I watch on streaming. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Hail to all my channel members. Thank you so much to all my Kazooians and Harvey Wakuian producers for supporting the channel. We appreciate it. As I've stated, we are moving forward with a big rebrand of the channel. There'll be a lot more of this, a lot more horror content. But that's it, gang. Do all the YouTube things. I'm Etep Wakuian from The Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I will catch you on the next one.